Hey, Evelyn. I've just finished my shift.
Hello, Lucas.
Have you signed the marriage certificate yet?
Yes, a while ago. Now we just need to take it to the courthouse. Speaking of that, I'm quite swamped at the moment. Would it be all right if we waited a few weeks?
I'm also busy, but I really want us to get married as soon as possible, Evelyn.
Okay, how about we sync up our schedules so we can go there together?
Evelyn, you work in an office, so you shouldn't be tired like I am after working the night shift at a construction site. Personally, I'd prefer not to make the trip before my shift or on my day off. Can't you manage to go on your own? Today was especially tough, and all I want is to go to bed.
Well, I understand your point. Our apartment is quite a distance from the courthouse.
If it's possible, could you manage it this week? After all, we're already living together.
Let me check my schedule and see if there's a day. I can do it. But please understand that this is an incredibly busy time for me, so I can't promise anything.
4 weeks later.
Lucas, I'd prefer to discuss this on the phone, but I know you're at work. So I'm sending you this message via text. My dad's condition has worsened. I'm leaving work early to head to my parents' house, pick up my mom, and go to the hospital. I'll need to assist my mom with various matters, so I'll probably be staying there for a couple of nights. If you could drop by when you have a chance, that would mean a lot. Talk to you later.
A few days later.
Lucas, I left you both a text and a voicemail about my dad. Why didn't you come to the house during the visitation? You haven't even offered my mom your condolences. If something's wrong, please let me know. How am I supposed to understand what's happening with you if you stay silent? Missed call. Missed call. I'll come over to the apartment to talk to you this afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hi, Lucas. I've just arrived at the station. I'll be there in around 12 minutes.
Finally decided to come back, huh? It took you long enough.
Lucas, my dad has just passed away and you haven't even sent me a text. What's going on with you? What have you been up to? Are you okay? Are you sick or something? Is that why you didn't come to the funeral?
Yeah, I'm sick. All right, sick of being married to you.
Huh? Lucas, what are you saying?
I want a divorce. I attached the divorce papers to the front door, so take them to the courthouse when you leave.
Are you serious?
Absolutely yes.
15 minutes later.
I can't believe this. You taped the divorce papers to the front door? What if someone saw them? Couldn't you have put them inside the apartment at least?
Oh, glad you found the divorce papers. Now, hurry up and submit them. By the way, don't squander my share of your dad's inheritance on something foolish. Got it?
Huh? Inheritance? No way. I found it odd how you rushed us to marry right after my dad got hospitalized. So I was suspicious. Were you really after my dad's inheritance?
And what if I was? We're divorcing now, so I couldn't care less about your opinion. Look at it this way. Now you know the kind of person I truly am. Doesn't that make you want to speed up the divorce?
You're absolutely right. I'm thoroughly disgusted by you. Let's end this.
Fine. Just give me a heads up when the inheritance money arrives.
Why?
Were you not paying attention? When your dad died, I was your husband, right? So, like I said, don't waste my share on something stupid.
You really don't get it, do you? You're not entitled to anything. My dad didn't leave a will, so only his legal heirs can inherit.
Yeah, and I'm your husband and your dad's son-in-law.
His legal heirs are only my mom, my sister, and me.
So that means
You're not getting a dime. You're not an heir.
no way.
This is common knowledge. It's surprising you didn't know, considering you married me for my inheritance.
Well, regardless. I'll still get my share when we divide our assets. Your dad's estate was enormous. He was worth millions. Even if it's divided among the three of you, you're still in for a substantial sum. I'll take half of that, which should be at least a couple $100,000.
Did you even research before concocting this plan? Inheritance isn't subject to division in a divorce.
No way.
You're really bad at plotting, Lucas.
This is so frustrating. What was the point of marrying you then?
Hate to burst your bubble, but we were never really married.
Seriously?
I never submitted the marriage certificate.
You were supposed to do it. I specifically told you to take care of it last week.
Yes, and I informed you that I was swamped at work and unsure if I could manage it or not. Did you not think I'd let you know if I did?
This is just awful.
Luck was on my side. You're a lazy fool. You shirking responsibility saved me from dealing with lawyers and courts during the divorce process.
I'm not a fool.
Guess my dad's watching out for me from up above.
How could you do this to me? We were supposed to be married.
What? What do you mean?
You know what I mean. We were engaged.
Anyway, don't come to the apartment tonight. It's in your name, so you can keep it. I'll clear out my stuff tonight, so don't return until tomorrow morning.
Hold on. How much money am I getting from you then?
None.
Come on. Give me something.
No, goodbye.
4 weeks later.
Hey, what's with this bill you sent? Why do I owe you $60,000?
My liar will probably give you more details soon, but were you cheating on me?
Oh, come on. But we weren't legally married, so it shouldn't count.
The law allows me to sue you because you were my fiancé.
Unbelievable.
And since we were in the process of planning the wedding, there's a 20% cancellation fee of the estimates, along with payments to the venue, caterer, and others.
So, I have to cover all that too?
Furthermore, you withdrew money from my savings account while I was at my parents' house for my dad's funeral, didn't you?
You knew about that?
I don't know when you figured out my security key, and I should have been more cautious. My lawyer will provide more details. But that's my money, and I want it all back. Do you understand? It totals up to $60,000.
Hold on a moment.
What now?
I'm actually in a significant amount of debt.
Yep. And you're attempting to use my savings to pay off as much of it as possible before our breakup, right?
You were aware of that?
Did you think I'd just allow a quick and easy division without taking what rightfully belongs to me?
Kind of.
Add that to your list of embarrassing miscalculations. And remember, your parents are informed about your whereabouts and activities, so there's no escaping this. You owe me $60,000 and you will pay every last cent.
Cut me some slack, Evelyn. I'll have to take on more debt now.
A few months later.
Missed call. Missed call. Hey, Evelyn. What the heck is happening?
Oh, hi, Lucas. It's been a while. What's going on?
I'm at your parents' old house right now.
Ah, why?
Who's that guy, Evelyn? How could you betray me like this?
What are you talking about? It's been over a year since we broke up, Lucas.
Just tell me who that guy is.
Wait, I think you're at my parents' previous house.
Old house?
We sold the house.
You did?
My sister and her husband took over my dad's company, so my mom decided to live with them. Since no one was living there, it made no sense to keep it sitting unused. So we had our realtor sell it, and it found a buyer pretty quickly. The person you're talking about is likely the one who bought the house from us and is living there now.
Oh no, this is bad.
What did you do, Lucas?
I thought you all were still living there, so I went to the wine cellar and had some of the vintage wine.
You did what?
Then that guy came down from the main floor and started yelling at me. So I panicked and locked myself in the bathroom. I thought we might reconcile and get back together.
What were you thinking? There's no way I'll ever get back together with you.
But you. I saw on Twitter that you were considering getting back together with your ex-boyfriend.
I don't use Twitter, Lucas.
But the account name was Evelyn.
Do you think I'm the only Evelyn in the world? That wasn't my account.
No way.
Also, do you have any idea how expensive the vintage wine you drank was? How much did you have?
Maybe a bottle or two.
Well, I hope you're prepared to cover the cost.
Oh no! Does this mean I'll have to accumulate more debt again?
Not my concern.
Evelyn, can I borrow some money from you?
I can't believe I forgot to block you a year ago.
Evelyn, no.
Afterward.
Lucas paid the $60,000, I demanded, so I believed I was finally done with him. However, James went into a frenzy over the Evelyn Twitter account he mistakenly thought was mine. The situation escalated, involving the police, and it became a major incident. It also turned out that the wine Lucas consumed was an extremely valuable vintage worth over $26,000. He reimbursed the new homeowner for that, as well as for the broken window he entered through. I have no clue how he managed to come up with the money, but his parents informed me through their regular updates that he has become a bigger problem than we can handle. Therefore, we handed him over to his financial supporter. I'm uncertain about what that entails, but honestly, I don't really want to know. Thus, I've chosen to put this entire ordeal behind me. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Macy. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. I need your help in looking after the kids starting tomorrow for just 4 days. I'll be back on Monday.
I'm truly sorry, but I won't be able to assist this time. My workload is quite heavy, and I need to concentrate on it. If you could give me a heads up a couple of days in advance next time, I might be able to arrange something. I understand you and Mom have been planning this trip, but regrettably, I won't be able to take care of the kids.
You're the most suitable person to watch over the children. You can work while keeping an eye on them. You mainly watch news and online videos, right?
It's not as straightforward as you think.
What? Then who can look after them? We've been eagerly anticipating this trip for weeks.
Mom didn't inform me about your trip. However, as I mentioned, I really can't manage it due to my workload.
We've planned a girls' weekend, staying at an incredible all-inclusive resort. They offer free massages, and there's a jacuzzi in the hotel room. We've been so excited about it.
I genuinely have no idea, but even if I had known, my work commitments would still prevent me from helping out. I have a major project with a tight deadline, and I need to give it my full attention.
I understand your job is important, but you can come up with any excuse you want. Mom and I are determined to go on this trip. My husband is still away on business, so you were our best option.
I understand your situation, but I can't compromise on my work either. I genuinely wish I could help, especially for Mom's sake. However, my workload is non-negotiable right now. By the way, I contribute financially to Mom's household, So it's not like I'm taking advantage of her generosity.
Yes, I get it. You won't fully grasp the responsibilities of adulthood until you've lived on your own and faced challenges independently. Perhaps taking care of my kids this weekend will give you a taste of that. And if you can't help, who else will be able to watch my children?
If you had mentioned this trip earlier, I might have been able to make arrangements. But springing it on me last minute doesn't leave me with many options.
I honestly forgot. Why are you being so difficult? You need to prioritize our requests. Considering everything Mom has done for you, it's the least you can do.
Alessia, I can't.
I don't want to have to break my children's hearts by telling them their aunt doesn't want to spend time with them. Is that really what you want?
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
It would have been much easier if you had agreed from the beginning. Thanks.
A few days later.
Alessia, I have something important to discuss with you. Mom mentioned that she's feeling extremely tired and worn out.
Seriously?
It's possible that she fell ill after the 3-day trip, but she should recover soon. I had to take Mom to the hospital.
Are you kidding me?
Why would I lie about something like this?
All right, I'll head to the hospital.
Thanks. I have an important online meeting to attend right now. I can't miss it.
How could Mom get sick? She was perfectly healthy during the trip.
I think it's because she hasn't been feeling well since the trip over the past few days. She's been skipping meals to spend time with her friends and taking cold showers late at night.
Why didn't you stop her from skipping meals and showering late at night? It's all your fault.
I prepared meals for her, but she refused to eat them. I also advised her against late-night cold showers, but she completely disregarded my advice.
If you had reminded her more or prepared more delicious dishes, maybe she wouldn't have acted this way.
How can I keep reminding her? She's not a baby. Alessia, I have a lot of work on my plate. My job has been incredibly demanding lately. Moreover, I couldn't finish my tasks last week because I was looking after your children and managing the household chores. What more do you expect from me?
Macy, you have a responsibility to look after her. It seems like you're neglecting that duty.
Do you realize what you're saying?
You're nothing but a leech. You can't do anything useful for this family.
I consistently try my best to help both you and Mom. I'm such an idiot.
Macy, you need to check your attitude. Do you honestly believe that spending your entire day glued to your phone and computer can help you buy a house and live independently? It's impossible. Wake up, Macy.
I can't believe you're saying such things to me. Who the heck do you think you are?
Well, Macy, that's simply the harsh truth.
I'll get out of here.
Oh, please. I recognize those as empty words, filled with cliches. You can do as you please, but you certainly can't manage without both Mom and me.
A few weeks later.
Macy, do you have an issue? How could you purchase such terrible food? I'm still not feeling well.
Mom, what's wrong with the food? If you don't like it, I can get something else for you.
Something else. The alternative dish is just as awful as this one. All the food you buy is exceptionally subpar. Only Alessia knows how to procure food that suits my taste.
I apologize if the food didn't meet your expectations. However, there aren't many options available nearby, and the heavy rain makes it difficult to go far for other dishes.
So, because of your inaction, you can't fetch it for me? I'm serious, you know? I wish Alessia could look after me.
Why don't you ask Alessia to come and take care of you then?
Alessia is swamped with her own responsibilities, including taking care of her kids. She is a married woman.
After the trip you took with Alessia, you fell ill. I tried to care for you, but you flatly refused. You even criticized me. How can you treat me like this?
I just speak my mind.
Why do you always favor Alessia and treat me unfairly? What about me?
Don't you have a family and a stable job?
I have my job, but I'm here with you. I have my own responsibilities to manage, yet I still make an effort to handle the household chores. I even look after Alessia's children. And today I took time off from work to be here for you.
Work? All you do is spend the whole day scrolling through useless things on the internet. If you genuinely worked hard, you could be self-sufficient and buy your own apartment.
I can't believe you'd say that to me. If I don't have a job, where do I get the money? I consistently provide you with $1,800 every month. I don't live in this house for free. I contribute more than enough to support myself independently.
Do you think it's unfair? Then get out of my house, but don't forget to send me money every month. That's your responsibility. I've been nurturing and supporting you since your childhood.
Fine. I'll leave and never come back. Don't ever contact me again.
Let's see where you can go.
A few hours later.
Macy, don't you think it's time to apologize to Mom?
Why should I shoulder the blame for something that isn't my fault? In fact, I believe both you and Mom owe me an apology.
Your attitude is incredibly rude. If you genuinely apologize to Mom, both she and I will forgive you, and you can continue residing in this house.
There's no way I'm offering an apology. I'd sooner face dire consequences than admit wrongdoing. I've done everything I could for both you and Mom, but what have I received in return?
Caring for Mom falls under your responsibility. Have you forgotten that I am a married woman with my own commitments? I am exceptionally busy.
So, you claim to be busy while I have all the time in the world? I have my own life and career to attend to.
Aren't you always glued to your phone and computer, squandering your time? It appears you're sponging off Mom and the money Dad left behind.
That's far from the truth. I provide Mom with $1,800 every month, and I even contribute to purchasing essential household items. Mom has already depleted all the money Dad left us. I also buy and prepare food daily.
Are you serious?
How could I lie about this? I swear. I specifically told Mom not to disclose this to you so that you could concentrate on your work and your own family. I've tried to assist you as much as possible, but you've become increasingly unreasonable. What do I receive in return? Nothing but disdain?
I find it hard to believe. Mom told me that both you and she rely on Dad's inheritance. That's why you still reside with Mom in this house.
I'm profoundly disappointed in her, and what about you? Aren't you also complicit in this situation? You continually push me to care for your children to the extent that they spend more time with me than they do with you. I can no longer endure being around you and Mom.
I'm sorry. I should have recognized this earlier. If I had known, I certainly wouldn't have treated you that way.
It's too late for apologize. I've reached my breaking point, and I've decided to leave this place forever.
Where are you planning to relocate?
I absolutely won't divulge that information to you. I've been trying to escape from this place. Why would I tell you? Please don't disrupt my life any further.
Please, accept my apology.
There's no need to apologize. I'll never accept it.
1 month later.
Macy, how have you been? It's been 2 whole months since our last meeting, and I've been missing you every single day.
I'm doing just fine. What's going on?
I've been feeling your absence, so I decided to reach out.
Really? Are you genuinely missing me, or do you miss the things I used to do for you?
It's been such an extended period without you returning home. It's hard for me to believe you've gone so far away. It's become incredibly challenging for me to catch up with you.
That's precisely what I wanted. I truly hope to avoid any further encounters with you and Alessia.
Why would you say something so hurtful? It's not only rude, but deeply upsetting.
Hurtful? Have you ever considered the pain you caused me in the past?
I'm sorry for my past mistakes, but it's not acceptable for you to say that.
I'm simply expressing my honest thoughts.
Yes, you're right. But, Macy, you must understand that life has been incredibly challenging for me since you left. It feels as if my world has been turned upside down. Can't you come back and live with us again?
Absolutely not. Is Alessia there with you?
Alessia hasn't been able to offer any assistance. She even asked me to babysit the kids, and she's facing financial difficulties herself. Furthermore, she didn't visit me during my hospital stay.
It's interesting how you once told me that only Alessia cared for you and took care of you.
Regardless of how many times I've asked for her help, it seems she's unable to provide any support. She's even used her busy schedule as a reason for not visiting me. She also hasn't repaid the money she borrowed for the trip.
You and Dylan used the money I gave you for a trip, and now you're saying that Dylan hasn't reimbursed you? How can you make such claims? First, you blamed me, and now you're shifting the blame onto her. Take a good look in the mirror, Mom. It's no one's fault but your own. Stop playing the victim and take responsibility for your actions. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I feel so embarrassed, but how am I supposed to manage this household, let alone afford it?
That's not my concern. If you need financial help, you can find a job. You've taken my contributions for granted for far too long.
Please, Macy, come back. Life has been so dull without you here by my side.
Oh, so life is unexciting without the money I used to provide?
No, Macy, I didn't mean it.
I've never been happier living on my own. My life is better than ever, and I have no intention of returning. Please refrain from any further attempts at reconciliation or contacting me. Your actions towards me have caused considerable pain, and I cannot find it within myself to forgive you.
Afterwards.
After settling into my new residence, my personal and professional life gradually found stability. However, lingering concerns from my mother persisted. Consequently, I enlisted a friend to check on her well-being. To my dismay, it became evident that my mother could no longer manage living independently or caring for herself. Consequently, she had to relocate and now resides with the Alessia family. Regrettably, my mother's unyielding and controlling nature consistently led her to impose her will upon others. This dynamic ultimately led to the separation of Alessia and her husband, with Alessia's children now residing with their father due to her inability to care for them. Alessia and my mother eventually returned to their previous residence, but their personalities clashed significantly, and they had no alternative living arrangements. Consequently, they had to coexist while actively avoiding each other's company, even though they shared the same living space. It's an incredibly frustrating situation. Meanwhile, my career has been thriving, and I've been prioritizing self-care. I had the opportunity to meet a gentleman in my neighborhood who displayed exceptional politeness, kindness, and a special affection toward me. After spending significant time getting to know each other, we decided to embark on a romantic relationship. I'm thrilled to have moved away from that challenging living situation, gaining the independence to shape my own life. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more content. See you next time!